Hello. It is about 9 o'clock in the evening here, and there's been an article making the rounds here, namely about a recent plantation that burned down. And I will give you my personal thoughts on such a thing. Okay, so this is an article from ABC News. This has been going around pretty much since yesterday. Um, and I also highly recommend you use Ground News because they compile all these articles and then spit out a summary and whatnot and all of the factoids and who they're owned by, all these companies. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, no more, not away, historic, and I put air quotes here in my personal experience. Louisiana plantation house destroyed in a massive fire. Um, Nottoway Resort. What? Yeah. Okay. It says Nottoway Resort, the state's largest antebellum mansion, was 166 years old. That's what it starts off with. Okay. Um, so it says, yeah, the fire had been contained, but there's no more Nottoway. The house is completely destroyed. Iberville's sheriff department said, and so apparently emergency calls came in at around 2:10 p.m. on Thursday, reporting the fire. Um, and that the firefighters who fought the blaze at the White Castle mansion, they were there for hours. Um, yeah, 10 fire departments from surrounding areas worked together to contain the blaze and protect nearby buildings, according to officials. Louisiana fire marshals are investigating the cause of the blaze. There was no one injured, and that it is unknown if anyone was touring the mansion at the time of the fire. Okay, so the parish president of Iberville Parish says this about it. Nottoway was not only the largest remaining antebellum mansion in the South, but also a symbol of both the grandeur and deep complexities of our region's past. He noted that it had been built in 1859 and had been open to visitors since the 80s. The loss of Nottoway is not just a loss for Iberville Parish, but for the entire state of Louisiana. Okay, okay. For all of my international audience and people who might not know about what the hell happened during the years of 1774 to like 1865, plantations were used as slavery. They were used for slavery, and people were slaves there. Plantations were a symbol of wealth. The more slaves you had, the more wealthy you were considered. Cough. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, it is not surprising to hear such a. It is a pot. It's a statement that really just confirms that there are people who are oh so sad. You know, um, there have been videos that have came out from people who actually worked at this place, and they said that they were threatened of being fired for telling people about all the crazy shit that happened back in the day. Um, so this leads into another talking point here. Every country has a history that they really don't like to share, right? The U.S. is no different. There are really two big ones. One is how we got to be the continent-sized country that we are, and two, what the economy was before the Civil War. Okay? Now, my thoughts on this thing, I don't I don't really care that these people are sad about this plantation burning down. I am not saddened whatsoever. Okay? There this place was used after all the history and whatnot, out of all the people who were slaves and who were killed and whatnot, this place was used as a tourist destination, right? Okay. There were people who were getting married and having weddings at this place. Think of it this way. If you're trying to comprehend what the hell I just said, think of it like this. Okay. Think of, you know, think of having a wedding, right? At Auschwitz. That sounds fucking insane, right? But that's quite literally the comparison that you can make, and I think it's a very valid comparison, right? These people were in chattel slavery in the past. People who looked like me, and the fact that that you can still make money off of having people come visit and hold weddings at these plantations, it's appalling. It's really appalling. But that is just me. I'm very aware of how biased I am, and maybe it's a sign of things to come, and that this country needs to reckon with its actual history and confront it and admit its faults and admit how it got to be the country that it is. But will that ever happen? No, absolutely not. Anyways, that is all for me. This has been a little bit longer than I wanted to make it, but such is the way. I will see you guys next time in the next video. Dobranoc and bon nuit.